So let's just talk about Tucker Carlson to start. Tucker Carlson's week as of March 8th and all the fake news that he has been spreading. Let's talk about it. It's very important. And this tweet right here summarizes it up extremely well, better than I ever could. So let's just go forward with it. So 2 weeks ago, Tucker claimed Israeli President Herzog visited Epstein Island. Um, and then Tucker deleted the video because the claim was entirely false. This was as of March 8th, so 3 days ago. It was much longer than that because I'm recording this on March 14th. Tucker claimed Mossad agents were arrested in Saudi Arabia and Qatar planting bombs. A couple days after that, Saudi Arabia and Qatar said that was false. Then Tucker said there's no evidence Iran tried to assassinate Trump. And then a man was convicted for working with Iran to try and assassinate Trump. This is not like a pattern of mistakes. Like journalists and everyone, all humans make mistakes all the time. It's part of the deal. But this is not a pattern of mistakes. Mistakes go in different directions. People hold themselves accountable. They apologize. They try to correct themselves. This is not what any of these types of people do. The Tucker Carlsons, the Candace Owens, the Nick Fuentes, the Anna Kasparians, the Israel-obsessed people who have turned their whole lives into this dynamic. This, for Tucker Carlson, this is a pattern of a man with an agenda who's getting paid, who has a certain direction he's trying to aim with all of this stuff. And then someone who everyone should follow, Nick Freitas, said, obviously, there was another terrorist attack in Michigan. Did they shout Christ is King? No. What about Baruch Hashem? No. Oh, it was Allah Akbar again and again and again. We have to stop ignoring the fact that this is happening on a continual basis. And I think this is important because Candace Owens seems to know literally everything about the Jewish religion, the Jewish tradition. She knows that. She knows about Baal and she knows about the Khazarian Turks. She's a fucking absolute expert. She's an expert on a religion she doesn't even practice and she doesn't know anything about. And she just spews nonsense out of her ass. And it is documented in this tweet right here from Yashar Ali, who says, a reminder that Candace Owens' podcast is almost always in top 10 news. It's not news. It's Candace Owens' podcast should be like in the reality TV section because it's fake. It's fake. It's fake and gay, as she would say. Alongside the New York Times, The Daily, and each episode of her show surpasses 1 million views on YouTube alone. Her channel, which has nearly 6 million subscribers, averages more than 60 million views per month. This does not include the many other ways her content is consumed by her incredibly loyal and dedicated fan base. The Hebrew Bible repeatedly condemns the worship of Baal. Now, this tweet from Yashar came after this, what Candace said. It was not a mistake. Israel is required to mass murder children because they worship Baal. Again, this is inaccurate, factually, historically inaccurate, all the ways false. But Candace is allowed to say whatever she wants. And for some reason, people continue to believe her and Tucker Carlson. So again, the Hebrew Bible, the Torah, repeatedly condemns the worship of Baal. Baal worship is portrayed as something the prophets oppose, not something Judaism endorses. Ancient anti-Semitism may seem ridiculous to people who see it as nonsensical, but please do not dismiss this as something only some basement dwellers believe. This form of Jew hatred is the most radicalizing and the most dangerous. And if you want a little bit more on the history of Baal, you should read this thread by Rabbi Taub, I guess, who breaks down for some basic Baal education. I'm not going to read the whole thread, but no conspiracies in there, just facts. I encourage you to go check that out. He quote tweeted the other tweet that I just mentioned. And then I think this is also important to understand from Eve Barlow. The start of it's funny. Listen, you dumb fucks. Because some of you fucking people are. Some of you people are stupid and continue to believe all the nonsense that you read. But anyways, in 1939, there was no Israel to the Nazis, had to come up with a psychotic, convoluted plan to exterminate Jews en masse by developing a rail system, cordoning off ghettos, building war camps, propagandizing their populations to believe that the Jews needed to be transported away, etc. All that stuff we know. And then in 1948, Israel was established and is now home to more than half of the world's Jews. Instead of this convoluted system, the Nazis have a system 2.0. They still propagandize populations against having Jews, but they're focused now on incinerating Jews at once by attacking them in Israel, hence investing in terror groups around every corner of Israel's borders and beyond. The Holocaust never ended. The Jews just got really good at preventing Nazis from murdering us. It's called never again, bitch. I like the aggressiveness there. I think us Jews need to be more aggressive. And this was wild from this woman. Let's watch this for a second. Let's watch this.
This situation, this was an Israeli temple. It was aligned with Israel. I will say that.
A Jewish temple?
A Jewish
temple. A Jewish synagogue is not an Israeli temple.
It's called the real Israel temple.
They're Jewish.
Okay.
They're the people of Israel.
How do you I'm going to just finish my point. So
it was wrong from the premise. They're not Israeli. They're Jewish.
So they're called the real Israeli temple, yes? And they do align with Israel and their beliefs. So this was...
Yeah, and then Ari Hoffman says, no matter how much you hate the media, you don't hate them enough. An anti-Semitic talking head tries to blame a terrorist attack on a synagogue on Jews for being Jewish in America. Pretty ridiculous idea there. And then this, I think, summarizes even more what this woman was about. Let's just read this quote, because we saw the terrorist attack at the Michigan synagogue. It's like 4 terrorist attacks in the last 2 weeks. We saw this tweet here. All of them said the same thing. And so we do have to be worried about that here in America. And Jews definitely have to be worried about the consistent attacks they are feeling from these types of people. And so this is the rationale for like the Tucker Carlsons and the Candace Owens and all these people who just say they're criticizing the Israeli government. This is what they have to say. It's not anti-Semitism. It's just criticizing Zionism. It's just Israel that is evil. We're just asking questions. Jews are actually behind illegal immigration. Jews also created communism. Jews invented slavery. Jews own all banking and media. Jews are evil pedophiles, control the world, and are trying to kill us all. The same crowd who says all of that stuff, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, Anna Kasparian, all these deranged humans, the same crowd behind all of that is responsible for the continued attacks on American synagogues, on Americans. And it's kind of getting very out of hand. And I know for American Jews, it's quite scary. And, I did talk to my dad actually yesterday about how we need to have more than one armed guard at our synagogue. We only have one, and I don't think that's enough. We need more. So I thought that was very interesting to share.